Welcome to I Said What I Said. I'm Brad Wakai. That's Tyson Gentry. Folks, we are back in the saddle. I said it for the college one. If you haven't seen that, we gave out our picks. We're back here for the NFL ones. It's been a little bit. We had some sickness. I was traveling, technical difficulties, and then, life just kind of started snowballing, and it's been a little bit since we've given out some picks on the show. And so Tyson and I are back. It's been a while since week 5 was the last time we did this. And so, or week 4, I should say. And so we'll just kind of update you where we're at for the season. We'll give out our picks. We got our TD player prop parlay, or I should say our player prop parlay and our TD parlay that we'll give out at the end. But Tyson, how's it feel to be back, man? Are you ready to try to make some people some cash? You're red hot to start the season.
Red hot. We stayed red hot during the break, but it doesn't count. So yeah, we're ready to roll.
Okay. So on the year, I am up a measly 0.49 units, which I will take. Tyson's up 7.71 units. So as a podcast, we are up 8.2 units. And so, hey, that's a good start as we jump back into this thing. We still got a ways to go. We're at the halfway point. We're going to try to keep this thing rolling. So without further ado, you guys know what time it is.
It's money-making time.
Now, folks, Tyson might not believe me here, but I actually won the week 4 battle. And so I'm taking the T-box. I think he's going to maybe have a little protest here, but I'm going to hop right in. I'm going to swing first with Rams minus 14, play of the week minus 115 on DraftKings. Sean McVay off a bye. Tyler Shuck making a start. It did not look good last week when he came on relief. I know this is square. The public side has been winning a ton in the NFL. Tyson, I don't think you can think that way anymore. There's just so much information out there when it comes to betting and people making their own stuff, and everybody's gambling. It's more prevalent than ever. I think you just got to lay this right side, or at least try to. And I think I think the Rams found a way coming off the trip to London when they played the Jags, where their red zone was more efficient. Puka Nacua is now healthy. I think this is going to be a complete ass kick, and so I'm laying the number with the Rams.
Oh, that's great. But you just stepped in front of a birdie. And so you can have the box. I just think that what you just did to your week is going to suck for you. My play of the week here, I'm going over 28.5 for the Detroit Lions. Minus 118 here where I live in Montana. I don't know what it is on every other book right now. But I think they're going to score 4 touchdowns easy, and I think Jake Bates is going to kick field goal. These guys are rolling. The Minnesota Vikings defense has not been exactly what we thought, and we have potential for a defensive touchdown here, Brad. If it's JJ McCarthy or Max Brosmer, let's get it going. I think the Lions score 1 billion.
Yeah, we don't have a DraftKings or FanDuel for this because as we're recording, it's just not on here right now. This is where it was when Tyson's at, and this is what it was previously. And so if that changes, we apologize. But we gotta record the content. We gotta record a show. And so we're going to 28.5. That should be widely available too once this reopens, whenever you are hearing this podcast. Next one for me. I'm gonna go land another big number. Chargers minus 9.5, minus 110 on DraftKings. Here's the thing, man. The Titans, I just don't believe in. Even after you fire what's his name, Tyson? I already blocked him out of my head, dude. Brian Callahan. Even after you fire Brian Callahan, you would think there'd be a bump, in the week after, and the Patriots just absolutely destroyed them in the second half. Chargers, it's a bigger number, but that defense looked much better last week, and the offense continues to cook. I know they don't have the running backs, but Vidal's been running hard. I just think the Chargers are too talented, and they're going to put a big one up on the Titans.
I can't believe you're fading my Mike McCoy Coach of the Year bet here. My next one, I'm going to stay in that same game, and your pick is bad for my pick. I have under 43.5 here. It's minus 105 on FanDuel. I just think that the Chargers are going to control the clock, get this thing going. I don't anticipate many points here for the Tennessee Titans.
Well, 28-3, Tyson, that's perfect for both of us.
Or 9 or 10-0.
That works too. That works too. I think this one's going to be a little bit more of a fireworks show as my next pick, and that's Bears-Bengals over 50.5, minus 120 on FanDuel. And so no DeAndre Swift, no Luther Burden for the Bears, but the defense is a little bit banged up. No Joe Flacco for the Bengals, so you're looking like Jake Browning. Oh, boy, like he stinks. Well, sometimes when he comes in on relief, Tyson, he's throwing 100 out of the pen, and he is locked and loaded, and that offense looks unbelievable. the problem is, when you get a little bit more tape on him, he has to start a couple of games in a row. This thing starts snowballing on him, and he makes mistakes. But I mean, you bring him in out of the bullpen. This guy can sometimes be hitting against the Bears defense that's banged up, like I said. And on the flip side, the Bears offense, it's got to start getting going. And this is a good place to start when you're facing this Bengals defense. So I think we're going to see this thing go up and down the field.
I'm going to stay in the same game, whether it's Joe Flacco or Jake Browning. I don't care so much. But if it is Jake Browning, he can come out of the pen, but he still sucks. Like, both those things can be true. I'm going Bears -2.5.
That's an interesting thing here because we know Tyson, as much as he won't say it, he does not like Caleb Williams. So I'm surprised he's putting his money on him.
I've said it.
Next one for me here. I can't believe I'm playing this. How about this for me playing the Niners? -2.5, -110 on the road here facing the Giants. Mac Jones again. This was not a good showing last week, at least offensively, when it comes to facing the Texans. They got outgained a huge amount. But that was, to me, would have been my play of the week last week. It's just back home for the Titans or for the Texans. Everybody thinks they suck. The 49ers are playing above their head. Let's kind of reset everything here as we're looking. Scattaboo's out. That is a huge emotional hit. What are you going to get from Tyron Tracy? Does it just feel like the air is out of the balloon there? I think for the Giants, potentially, yes, you go back home. Yes, the Jackson Dart's going to have the crowd juiced up, and he's been good. But the offense for the 49ers, I think, is going to find a way to be able to piece apart and pick apart this Giants defense. Saw what the Eagles did. I think the 49ers are going to be able to do similar things, and I think they cover this number -2.5.
I never thought I'd see the day, really. My next one, I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars here, to cover 2.5. Popular number this week against the Vegas Raiders. I just think that Vegas stinks. I know Jacksonville going on the road here, and they're down Travis Hunter now, which looked like he was primed for a breakout. But Liam Cohen said this is truly the best week of practice he's ever seen Brian Thomas Jr. have. So hammer all your BTJ props. Jaguars winning this football game.
Should be interesting. We talked about the Raiders, Tyson, just kind of being a disappointment. And, man, if they can't put up a fight against the Jags, this will be just a classic Raiders spot here. Last one for me, fireworks show here on Sunday Night Football. I think Chiefs Bills over 52.5, -108. I know that historically Sunday Night Football has produced some unders, but as I'm looking at these teams, the Chiefs offense is red hot right now with Rashee Rice back, Xavier Worthy back into that number 2 spot, Juju Smith-Schuster back to his slot position, which he's done well, and Travis Kelce at least looks like he's turned the clock back a little bit. And on the flip side, I think the Bills offense is primed to do better things than they have. Last week against the Panthers, didn't really have to do much because it was just James Cook running wild. But there should be some things coming off their bye week that they've saved against Kansas City. And I think we're going to see a lot of that this week. And this is going to be a heavyweight fight. I think both teams are going to be able to score a lot of points. And Tyson, we're going to finally get a good one on Sunday night.
Who's winning?
Chiefs.
I think so too.
Yeah, the Chiefs. You know how it is, man. Well, actually, or maybe the Bills win and then they just lose in the playoffs again, like they always do to the Chiefs.
That could happen.
That could happen. Okay, let's get to the player prop parlay, Tyson, as we start turning the page here and get a little lucky and hit a big one. I'll let you go through it, but let me just kind of set things up here. We have not hit a player prop parlay or a TD parlay yet, but again, these are just half units, so we're only down 2 on each. All we need to do is basically just hit one of these things. We are up for a good amount here, at least when it comes to our season-long stuff. So we're going to try to do that on both of these this week. Let's take us through our player prop parlay, Tyson.
Started off, Josh Jacobs over 63.5 rushing yards in the Packers-Panthers game. Brad, the Panthers rush defense started off bad, then was really good for that middle stretch of the season there. They win the 4 games in a row or whatever it was. And then James Cook ran for 200 on him. And this number for Josh Jacobs feels like 20 yards short to me. Randy Gatson, the next one, over 45.5. Brad, the Titans defense against tight ends this year has not been excellent. Like Tyler Warren goes for 76 and 93. The Raiders got 62 total. Trey McBride got 82 in that game. And this is a guy who now in the last couple of weeks here for Gadsden, it's 68, 164, 77 the last 3 weeks. So I like that too. Rome Odunze is going to be a popular name on these player prop and the touchdown parlay for us this week. It's got to be a Rome day. And then Kyron Williams over 72.5. You talked about it in your breakdown of the Rams game. Brad, they're going to roll. He's going to get the ball a bunch.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the Rams are going to be up big, and I was honestly thinking about being cheeky and putting Blake Corum on here. This is one of my legs, but I'm like, let's just get the guy going. He can rip one off for a big one, and we hit this thing. We don't have to worry about it. And so there we go. That's plus 1210 on FanDuel. It says DraftKings here. I made a mistake on that front. This is on FanDuel that we are playing it on here. If you got a boost, you got a boost. I couldn't find it on mine. Again, we're recording this on Friday, so FanDuel sometimes throws some things out there. So if you want to jack that up even further, go for it. Again, Jacobs over 63.5 rush yards. 𝐷𝐸 over 45.5 receiving yards. Rome Odunze over 4.5 receptions. Kyren Williams over 72.5 rush yards for a week 5 player prop parlay. Now, Tyson, we're not done though. Come on, this might be my favorite thing to play all week, and I know a lot of people are kind of in that similar boat too. And that's the TD score parlay. Again, we haven't hit one. Feel like we kind of got screwed a little bit on a couple of these. And I know a lot of people say that, and this is what happens when you're betting on the NFL. But let's try to get this one home as we are looking at what we got this week.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one, I think. We're started off with Rome Odunze. I think the Bears are going to win the game. Brad thinks it's going to be an over, and we don't think the Bengals defense is very good. Do you see the report they want a first for Trey Hendrickson?
Oh, boy.
That seems aggressive. Speaking of Henderson, Travion Henderson's going to get the load of the carries this week. Ramondre Stevenson out here, and Brad's confident in him. Do you think he fumbles at the goal line again?
I don't think so.
With the way our luck's running in these, there's a chance. Travis Etienne to score. I think they're going to win the football game. And the Raiders have allowed a handful of touchdowns this season on the ground and through the air here to running backs. And we're going to get baseball Tootin, and that's okay. Kyren Williams, Kyren and Rome are appearing on both of these things, and they're going to smash.
I'm worried about Kyren Williams. That's my guy. I don't know why he's not.
Every time you bet him, he doesn't get in the end zone. He scores.
They don't play him, Tyson, in the red zone. It's like this guy scored like 100 touchdowns for you the past 3 years. Like, why is he not in? So maybe Sean McVay was looking at tape over the bye week. It's like, oh, that's right. This guy's a really good touchdown scorer. And we come out here and we establish Kyren Williams back into the end zone. That's at least my thought for going into that.
I think you are on the other side of the NFC West. There's some people mad about goal line usage in Seattle, and I think you're the only one yelling I've heard for the Rams.
So this is plus 1181 on FanDuel. Again, Rome Odunze, Travion Henderson, Travis Etienne, Kyren Williams as we're trying to get this baby home. Okay. That's going to do it for us here. Tyson, tell the folks where they can find the rest of our picks if we're playing anything.
It'll be in the Discord app. Group name, as I said, what I said. Tons of different stuff in there. Right now, some of it's not us. We need to get in there and clean these guys out. But yeah, it's a good time. There's just tons of plays being thrown around.
So you go check that out. Link is in the description here on your YouTube, or if you're watching, or excuse me, if you're listening in podcast form. And in the meantime, like, subscribe, and share. So if you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button on the way out. If you're listening in podcast form, 5 stars if you haven't already, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple. We do appreciate the support. It helps us become more discoverable and all that good stuff. And subscribe so don't miss a single thing we do. Again, Tyson and I, we're getting back into the groove of things. Again, life stuff kind of happened for us all at once, really. I mean, sometimes it's been like here or there. That was just a barrage for the past about month and a half. And so Tyson and I are back. We're ready to rock and roll and finish out the football season. So share this with a friend, share it with an enemy. You guys know the drill by now. We'll be back breaking down everything that happened after this weekend. We'll talk to you guys when we talk to you. Till then, peace.